This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy!
Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, a.k.a.
Cat Bus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guest and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, 4 FOR, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
Previously on 90 for Chill, the podcast.
Why wasn't she honest with you? She obviously didn't trust you enough with the truth.
She was ashamed of it.
Or she had an agenda and she knew exactly how to play you.
No.
All you had was her, and she knew that.
No, we worked because we were different.
You worked because that's the way she wanted it. She needed a place to hide. You were nothing but a fake mustache.
Shut up!
Ah!
You summoned me for love,
I went to see her.
so I'll just reach down into the ass of hell and get her for you.
She was taken by something like you.
What's it about?
It's about a guy who sells his soul to the devil for knowledge and power.
There's nothing to know.
Oh yeah? You been there?
No. Never.
What? Oh, the face. Right.
This is good stuff. This is the biz, how we operate.
I'm a demon. I can do anything.
Except love.
A demon should never entertain the idea that love is the answer to its question.
You love me.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
And welcome back to 90forchill.com. This is your host, Cool Movie Starth. On the other line, I've got a returning Kodiak Thompson with a movie that he suggested. It was kind of hard to find. I was actually talking to our mutual friend Tim about it today. So right now, I guess Tim was saying it's been re-released on physical media. Now, finding it digitally, you're best off with YouTube. But it is the 2009 directorial effort by... Oh, come on. I know I had the notes. Let's see. All right. Travis Betz. It is another horror comedy, which, again, is right up the alley of Kodiak.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I do anymore.
Well, it's just it's funny. It's like, I think now, if you're gonna do low budget and horror, you have to make it comedic, in a sense. Like I know like this gave me a lot of vibes of say Phantasm and definitely other Don Coscarelli stuff. John dies at the end, comes to immediate mind, and a lot of Evil Dead vibes. It's just you're not going to get all the multicolored blood, but this feature was low, and I remember seeing it in Netflix back in the day, but never got around to watching it myself. And I don't know. I think kind of the cover art did it a little bit of a disservice.
It's pretty misleading. The cover just being the titular demon underneath of a heart in the great tagline for the film, "Love is hell."
Right. Yeah. You don't know where from that. You don't know where it's going to take you, and then you just get the premise of the film, and it's like, oh, this could be some indie love drama, more romantic dramedy than, or just drama. Instead of, I think it's a horror comedy.
I would definitely agree. I think that it's one of those rare movies that seems to straddle three genres, and that there's definitely the horror comedy, but there's also the aspect of the man trying to save his lover, his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, it's classic. I mean, and they represent plenty classic Faust.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, never mind. You have Dante's Divine Comedy. I believe that was Dante's goal through going all seven layers. I can't even remember that many. I went atheist about almost a decade ago. It's like
I'm saying 9 circles of hell, if I remember right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't play the video game either. So you have a kind of, you would say, adventure in a lot of elements. I mean, I never saw the movie with Robin Williams, Cuba Gooding Jr., What Dreams May Come, where I believe Robin Williams dies like a car accident, and then his wife commits suicide. Well, suicide being a damning offense, he goes to hell to get his wife out, I believe is the premise.
Definitely pretty close. That one is kind of interesting in that it doesn't. It's just a weird little sidebar here about that one that I really enjoyed. That the movie wasn't so much, if I remember, about she had committed suicide and that was a cardinal sin, so she's damned. It was more that her mindset when she died was that of she was in hell. Her husband that she had loved dearly had died, and because of that, she took her life, and that made her afterlife hell.
So God said, "Hold my beer."
God isn't even an aspect in that movie.
Oh well, I'm just saying, like, oh, you think things are bad now? Hold my beer.
So she kind of the whole premise there is that you torture yourself depending on how your mood is and how you feel you died. It's kind of a cool little theological point there, where it's less that we're judged and more that we judge ourselves.
Oh yeah, no. Actually had a experience with a gentleman I met after going to Ghost World at Ebert Fest. I was just at the Blind Pig on Neal Street, and got this English guy named John. And like he's been there for a while, so it's like, come on, tell me a story. It's like, oh geez. Find out this guy, like, he was boasting about, being he was raised Catholic, and like, oh, I got to perform in front of the Pope. Oh geez, you're talking JP2 then. Oh yeah, John Paul II. So interesting bloke, but we did get into a little theological bit, basically, like, how we've all ended up being atheists just because of the, like, we know we're not assholes.
Yeah.
So, and all I can really think about What Dreams May Come is just, I know that it was a Family Guy joke where a video
you even let What Dreams May touch that. I will kill you.
Yes, thank you. All right, you're on the same page. Roadhouse. All right. So we're all square on the bit. So this is kind of one of those movies where it feels like we got to tread lightly because you don't really want to spoil it for anybody.
Yes. It's definitely something that happens at the end.
Yes, I was
it's
gonna get to. I was like, I didn't know how we were gonna address that. We'll try saving it till the end, I suppose.
about the best we can do, I think.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that one of the things that really made this my white whale of movies, because like I mentioned, I only recently found out that this was on YouTube, and it absolutely made my entire week. I sat down and watched it like 2 or 3 times in a row. I've been looking for it again for almost like roughly 10 years at this point.
Yeah, that would be about right. 2009.
Yeah. I had found it on Netflix, thought it was a fever dream, and then could never find it again.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the thing that it appealed to me that kind of grabbed my attention more so than the storyline is just the production value of the movie.
Oh, this could have been done as a off-Broadway play easily.
Mm-hmm. Between the fact that the entire film was shot in 3 days.
That didn't surprise me. No, I mean, my own screenplay, Main Event of the Dead, is something I wrote because I think I could shoot it in 3 days.
Yeah.
So if you want further details about that, you can email rustthebus07@gmail.com if you have any suggestions on how to get to a Kickstarter stage, or if you just want a treatment. Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. And I think I beat Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies to it, but, I digress.
Looking forward to seeing finishing moves and exploding brains whenever that does make it.
Oh, I've got those lined up. I got a guy taking an F5 on a zombie taking an F5 onto an axe. I can promise that.
I love it. I love everything about it. Realigning here with our topic of the evening.
Yes.
The other portion, of course, besides the very quick filming, being that the main character, being Justin in this, the entire movie does not leave a probably 3-foot wide circle.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably smaller than my wingspan, and I was cursed with either being the absolute measurements of a teddy bear / Care Bear, or the smallest T-Rex with my arms. Yeah, I think I could reach out of it. So yes, I guess we can get.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh well, I was just saying. I think we can get to the plot then. From there, if you didn't have another comment,
it'll actually lead us right into the plot. So I'll go ahead and chuck it in there.
Oh right.
The whole aspect of him being stuck in this circle and only having the other characters, the lights and everything interact with him in that space kind of parallels what we see from him as a character, where rather than, I guess, having initiative in his own life, things tend to happen to him, which brings us into the plot here. He meets a girl. Girl is weird, that's for sure.
I think they could have done a movie. You could do a romantic comedy about the premise alone.
Yeah,
and that, and just not even bring in such direct demons. But I'm sorry to interrupt there. I was just thinking.
No, it's
give this to Seth Rogen or Jay Baruchel. We can.
I could see Jay Baruchel doing something with this. Seth Rogen, I think, might. I love Seth Rogen, but he might be a little heavier handed than we'd expect with something like that.
Right. But we've seen Jay Baruchel do it so many times. It's
true.
Yeah.
Recently saw him actually in a Letterkenny, but that's a topic for another day too.
You see, I've never gotten around Letterkenny. Movies and trying to, I'm in, purchase WWE 2K22. So, and I get stuck in the creative wrestler stuff so much. And then there's still Pokemon on top of that. And it's so time is definitely not on my side. I can't imagine it with a child.
Yeah. Actually, child just moved, of course. Yeah, it's been a busy beginning of the year.
Yes.
But yes, this whole aspect of things happening to him, with his girlfriend ending up getting abducted, and him using the book that he was given to her almost not quite accidentally. I don't think that's the right term. Like, it was very, very much deliberately given to him as her most prized possession,
Mm-hmm.
but it was in response to a surprise gift.
Yes.
Uh,
So I don't think so. I know we're gonna have to save the last couple scenes till the end of this conversation. We got Google Home keeping track of that, but it's pretty much established that he's got to come to terms with the fact that he fell in love with a demon.
and definitely some funny moments in there.
Oh yes, no, that's just it. It's like, I mean, this is like, as I say, Phantasm, John dies at the end, or Evil Dead. Except we're not going for the scares. We're not really going for the frights. We're trying to screw with your mind, and we're laughing the entire way through.
I still think that one of the best on the leaning towards the comedy side is when he first meets his girlfriend, who is named April, and he gives her his name, and she just kind of stares at him, and he asks what her name is, and you just hear January, February, March, April.
Yes.
Not to mention Lowe the entire time, the demon talking to Justin, just referring to him as dinner the entire time.
Oh yes, yeah. I was about to say, which are we gonna refer to him as? Basically, though, with that, his April is abducted. He knows it's something demonic, and he uses this book that was her prized possession to summon the demon Lowe. And based on all the writing and such, he's pretty certain that he has complete dominion over Lowe. Provided he stays within the diameter of the pentagram, he's prepared for this ceremony.
Definitely gets fun when you get both Lowe and the other demons trying to just mess with him through the entire way, get him to slip up so that they can, have dinner.
Yes. Hopefully just dinner. Then you don't want to get into the stuff May and June were suggesting.
Yeah. Definitely was a little odd. I tend to gloss over that in the terms of the things that they summon, and more laugh at the antics of G's, the other demon.
Yes. G's green demon loves his Nazi apparel.
Yes. Shows up actually reading the life and history of the tragedy of Dr. Faustus.
Yes.
Which I did find out on the second watch through, that particular book is actually the one that he had given to April. That was the surprise gift.
Right. I did catch that. And, I got back from my day job, and it's weird since I lost that bank job that now it's like, oh, well, I better be extra protective of the identity of the other job. Now go back to further past episodes. You'll find it if you'd like.
Please don't dox us.
Right. So yeah, basically. So I mean it's summed up. I mean, we got the plot summed up, and then, well, I mean, not the plot, the premise. We've already said that April was secretly a demon, which explains all her little eccentricities, which honestly, I don't know how you could not fall in love with April. That's my vibe.
It was definitely the pinnacle of quirky girl culture, as we'll say.
Yes.
And it nailed it on the head.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, this is kind of a timely picture for me, because I'm coming up on the shoot, it would be her 40th birthday. My friend Stacia Harden, who I dedicate this podcast to, and she was my best friend. It was during my wrestling time, and then broke my arm wrestling. Oh, I couldn't wrestle, so I could just hang out with Stacia more. Stacia gets busted for heroin. Oh shit, there goes my life. But yeah, I mean, just the quirkiness of her, and it was one of those, you shouldn't have listened to your buddies. You should have just been the idiot who acknowledges his love for a dancer. But that's adulthood, sadly. Oh, geez, sorry, I got AEW Dynamite in my peripheral and just see a guy fall off a ladder into a barbed wire covered ladder. This is on cable.
Barbed wire, always entertaining.
Yes. Yep. So it's basically, I guess throughout this, Justin is trying to, as he's trying to come to terms with the fact that he's just let life play out around him. This is the first time he's ever really made the effort to do something for himself, regardless of how selfish that kind of is. Well, I don't know if it's selfish in the fact that he shouldn't have the book anyhow.
Yes. Definitely was given to him on an impulse, it feels.
Oh yeah. So it's like, well, let's see. As I say, but as I say, he's trying to take control of his life, and he's on the, the grandeur side. He's also doing his best to try defending humanity, in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more the pressure, of having your hand that you cut to draw blood talk to you throughout the
as he argues with his own brain.
Yes. Yes, his brain is taken over his hand, and we have a near Evil Dead 2 moment with that one.
Very much so.
That's the only thing I could really fault the movie on, is that we probably could have done better with the hand. I keep in mind, I'm a Vampire Hunter D guy, so I'm used to talking hands.
I definitely feel like they might have been able to lean a little bit more into the makeup on it, but I can also understand that they very well might have blown the makeup budget on G's and low.
Yes, and then you have that third demon who's just spectating on top of that.
The rat.
Right. Yes, which again makes you just think about the budget. So it's
like, find anywhere how much they actually, like, I mean, it can't have been much at all. This would probably be a maybe sub $500 budget.
Oh, sad thing with movie making, I don't know if you can do anything for under 50,000 now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just because of the extra elements. I mean, let's just look at it. Clerks was 27,000. So in 94, this came out 15 years later. But I definitely appreciate the low budget stuff. It gave me a lot of vibe of there's a director I like from Canada, Ali Demabre, who did movies like Smash Cut, which was like approved by Herschel Gordon, classic exploitation horror director.
Oh yeah.
And starred Sasha Grey, was the big as he was trying to become a mainstream actress. And then another one that I found on the old Web Soup show from G4 on hosted by Chris Hardwick called Jesus Christ Vampire Slayer. Oh, Vampire Hunter, which I do own on Blu-ray. I found that to be very charming, but that movie couldn't afford lighting, so we have vampire hunting during the daylight.
On the upside, it at least makes it easier.
Yes. But no, I mean it leans into the camp. Like it's an unofficial El Santo movie on top of everything, if you're familiar with your Mexican wrestling. And around this time, this was released in the same year as the Soska twins debut feature, Dead Hooker in a Trunk, which I definitely suggest. I'm a big fan of those that duo. They did a decent remake of Cronenberg's Rabid. I would say probably better than the original Rabid, but so and the connection there is that they both worked on the ABCs of Death Part 2.
Why that sounds familiar. I definitely saw that.
Yeah, so the Soska sisters did the T is for torture porn.
Yep.
Yeah, so it should have just been tentacles if you spoiler alert there. But and I know that the last feature that it seems that Travis Betz, I know he's got some stuff he's working on. The last full-blown feature that got released was Kung Fu Naked Robot DIY Guide to Valentine's Day Revenge.
Mouthful.
Yeah, Lord knows I couldn't find a description on IMDb, so good luck finding that on YouTube even.
Fun enough, he actually, speaking of ABCs of Death 2, he also, it looks like, did a segment on that. 2.
Yeah, that's 2.5. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen 2.5.
I don't either. I'm going to try to hunt that down later.
Yeah, I've seen 1 and 2. My favorite element of the talking hand, though, is the fake mustache comment, which, I mean, really, I think sums up the efforts initially for Justin's quest to find April.
Elaborate on that one for me a little bit, because
well,
it's not quite
it's
even together.
It's even in the trailer. You know, what have you done with yourself? Why are you doing this? This isn't you. This is your fake mustache.
Got it. Yeah,
something along those lines. That's the sad thing about it being on YouTube, is that the trailer is in better condition than the rip they made.
Yeah, that's I really wish I could actually find this in physical media.
Oh yes, most definitely. I mean, it scores well on IMDb. It's in the 6s, which for a no budget movie is quite impressive. I mean, Dead Hooker in the Trunk hasn't even broken the 5s, and I think that's a classic. So
yeah.
American Mary. That's a Soska sister movie you should check out. It's got Catherine Isabel from Ginger Snaps as the lead. Yep. So
I think I actually had that on my Netflix list for a while, and then they pulled it.
Yeah. Let's see. So, I mean, YouTube's weird because the last guest I've been trying to get ended up having to cancel last minute, and now I think he's going on a comedy tour, so I don't expect to hear from him in a while. But that was another movie I had to go to YouTube to find. It was called Kayfabe, the fake story about the real fake sport of professional wrestling, which honestly, a lot of flashbacks to my time in wrestling in the downstate scene. So ends up being way too accurate, almost flashbacks. So I guess that's a compliment.
It's definitely something.
Yes. So, all right. So I guess so we call upon Lowe, and I don't think we've really played on the sense of humor that all the demons have. Like, yes. It's a pretty intense opening. I mean, it looks cheap as all hell. until you get the demon. But then once you get the demon, it's like, okay, shit's about to go down. And
there was this, like you said, it looked crazy cheap on the actual summoning, and I kind of love that, because it very much was like college student in over his head. You see that he's hand painted it, and there's that parallel there to clearly he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes.
And you think that everything is going to go that way, and then this demon walks out with this excellently done makeup job, and you're like, oh wait, he is vastly out of his depth.
But what I'm saying is, like, you get that, and you see him like blow the brains out of the rat, and then Lowe's just not taking anything seriously.
He definitely doesn't. There's almost that level of condescension from him.
Yes, you didn't call me out here for love. That's the biggest waste of time.
Justin, that's not a name very befitting of your future. I think I'll baptize you dinner. Just to tie back to that whole that old chestnut.
Yes. So, as we've definitely established, Justin cannot leave the pentagram. And the demons try to trick him into doing so. But then it's but so that we can actually have action, Low, for the most part, and maybe the other demon, basically direct plays to show us the story, and is it really worth it to Justin? I mean, even our bit where Low's trying to distract Justin by introducing May and June, a couple who sold their souls to have a child. It's all pretty much done as and this is your life type thing, or dare I say, what was Charles Dickens? Damn it. I'm
drawing a blank too.
Yeah, no, Mickey, and no, I can't come up with it. Like, Christmas Carol, is that it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Good old Tiny Tim.
Yep. So basically, it's this is your life. So probably closer to Mankind telling the Rock, trying to do that for the Rock. Honestly, highest rated segment in all of professional wrestling history. So yeah, it's very much like, I could see this really have worked as like a play, because you could definitely, I mean,
easily.
Yeah, I mean, it directs itself, honestly. So, and as a, playing up on the cheapness, it doesn't hurt the film that everybody's got a community theater feel. I would say Low is definitely a really good actor. I know April's resume pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the waiter, May and June. May is actually the director. Very much like, yeah, we're just putting on a show, and it's fitting though, because of how everything is presented.
It definitely it really pulls things together, in my opinion.
Yes,
there's not this sharp contrast between the fact that the movie was made with a spotlight, some paint, and two shoestrings, and then you suddenly nail these people that are the greatest actors of all time. It really gives it a congruity across it that really, I've said really like 10 times that sentence, that draws you into it.
And yeah, it feels like something you could I guess I would say it's like you're cheering on your friends when you're stuck going to community theater. Like, you're not getting Lin Manuel Miranda playing Hamilton when you're, in my case, going to the Caterpillar Players version of Hamilton. But that's kind of charming, as I'm saying. It's like, honestly, it should be inspirational. Like, again, this movie could be done in 3 days. Why aren't you getting off your ass and writing a movie? In a sense.
I mean, in my defense, I've been moving.
No. No, and I could probably go. I should probably be harassing drama students at Illinois.
I'll go with you one day. We'll make an afternoon of it.
Or at least get the camera out for that. Then we at least have something.
Start grabbing some B-roll for the podcast.
Right. So as we go, I can't really say there's a lot of dare I say, I mean, there's not a lot to this movie. Like, it's it's basically, okay, Justin calls upon a demon to save his girlfriend. And the demon basically, I'd rather not. And it's just doing his damnedest to distract him from that and to tell him to give up. I mean, if you boiled this movie down and took out all of the component parts, what this basically comes down to is an argument between the two of them. Yes. And let's see. Just looking over my notes as I was. I mean, I don't know. This might be the premier source for low because there's not really a good wiki page, and IMDb is kind of lacking.
Yeah, that's what I've been rocking on.
Yeah.
Sitting here trying to see if I can find this like on a compilation, like those 20 horror movies for $10.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of thing there.
Oh, that's going to be tough. I don't know if the website's still active for this movie. Like it was Drexel Films or something.
I'd be able to get a used copy for about 30, it looks like.
Yeah, no, they're not going for 200 like Tim was saying. Drexel. So I know the director's from South Bend.
This is one of those movies that whenever you find a resale shop, you just hope and pray that you might get lucky.
Right. Oh yeah, no, that's happened to me a hell of a lot of time. Like, well, they got a copy of Stage Fright for only $10. Yeah, no, that's I can't. I'm gonna hate myself if I don't buy it.
I got it. I'll summon a demon of my own and have them retrieve a copy of this DVD for me.
Yeah, you got a wife and kid, man. And I'm not up for sacrificing my cats. maybe Skimble. He's technically my ex-girlfriend's cat. She pays for the cat support. $15 a month for the pet fee, $15 a month for litter. So,
I found online here there's 2 places that you can buy it. One of them is in Ventura, California. The other's Brewster, New York.
Oh, I would probably try throwing that on eBay then.
Yeah.
If anything, I would suggest this is the reason why I keep my I do not subscribe to Netflix myself. I'm not going to pay upwards of $20 a month for a streaming service.
Honestly, we're getting ready to cut up for about the same reason. They just keep hiking the price and doing weird decisions.
Right. I think they like HBO Max, $15 a month. You know, that was like but then they offer you the commercial program for 10, and then or you can just subscribe for a year like I did. I mean, Shudder is $6 a month, or you can subscribe for a year, save that way. My older sister, the Poetic Critic, she subscribes to Criterion. She pays a year subscription on that, like for $100. Like, there's just I don't understand where Netflix, like, never mind the fact I just didn't like. Yeah, I like Stranger Things, but and The Witcher's all right. But now that they lost the the Marvel stuff, it's like, why did you stop just showing us cheap movies?
Yeah. Can you go back to how it was when you put Redbox out of business?
Yeah. Oh, I got my ex-girlfriend Allie. She's hooked on Redbox. She can't figure out streaming. Like I've purchased multiple Fire Sticks for her. It's like, no. You could always just let me, like, she's like, I was really talking up Ghost World last week, and then she's like, oh, I'll have to try to find a copy at Disc Replay. Okay, that's gonna be tough because it's a rare disc. Or you could go to Barnes and Noble, go to the Criterion Collection, and drop $40 on it.
Yeah.
Which personally, I wish I did. I think I bought it on digital on iTunes for $13, and it's like, and then the Criterion Collection comes out with it. Yeah,
it's a little bit of a losing investment there.
Yeah, so I've ended up buying that movie twice already, so it's like, I don't want to get into that. So, I mean, I'm looking over my notes. We got the the YouTube thing. Like, I've been waiting for a long time to find this movie from like 1981 with a young Sam Neill called Possession. I keep hearing it's going to make it to either Criterion or some kind of 4K thing, but like, and my mom was like impressed when she found a movie on YouTube. It's just, and like, I think I figured out how to stream it on my TV. It didn't work all the time, but but I could just sit and watch it on my iPad. It's like, good thing we got you the Pro. You need that 13 inches.
Fun note, actually, I looked up Possession because it sounded familiar.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually just get that at Walmart right now on Blu-ray.
Possession with Sam Neill? I didn't realize it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll shoot you the link, but we'll hit that part up later.
Yeah, no way. Like, because I've been looking for that movie for good six years or so. I can't. I mean, I knew there was something, but
special effects by Carlo Rambaldo.
Oh, yeah. Court case, home media.
It's a director's cut, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I know Acre Bay had it in 2000, but yeah, so it might be ahead of Walmart, might be ahead of Wikipedia, which is a sad statement. Yeah, so but get back to my notes. What do we got? Let's see. Talked about the other movies, talked about the other directors, talked about the comedy element of it, box art. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I did catch, and this is just me, I do not trust the color green. And I bring that up because of there's a scene where one of the distractions is a waiter / bartender. And I shouldn't say a waiter. He is the waiter.
Is the archetypal.
Yes. Basically, he goes and is just telling him, look, I don't know what you mean by you want April. I can prepare you the best drink ever. And I'll call it April. Does a little dance. I mean, I've seen better bartending performances. I digress. and he is basically, he gets the drink, it's pushed into the pentagram so the demons can't grab him. They try that a couple times. And I'm kind of disappointed we did not mention the musical number that explains the dilemma.
Yes, Demon Girl.
Right. So yes, it's clearly established pretty early on that April is a demon. And she was basically hiding from all the other demons. And she could be a vicious demon, as they were told. But my thing is, like, when I see the drink is green that he's pushed, it's like, nope, I just don't trust the color.
Yep, everything evil is green.
Yeah, well, you got the envy, the jealousy, all that bollocks, but and no, I guess I did put it down. I just don't trust anything green. So no, I don't eat my vegetables. Sorry. I mean, I definitely don't like Midori, so I don't like green alcohol. Life has finally corrected itself with the return of the green Skittle. I mean, the lime Skittle. And you know what? I just don't care much for the Irish. I just can't trust them. I say that I have a tattoo saying "better Mick than Hick" on my arm. So
lovely.
But that was basically because I have a tattoo of Bulbasaur over the St. Patrick's flag, which is what the English assigned Ireland. And if you look at the Union Jack, the flag of Great Britain, that would be the red diagonal crosses. So you have the Scottish flag, which is the blue and the white diagonal crosses. Then you have St. George flag, which is the English flag, which is just the red and the red cross. And then you have the diagonal red. That's St. Patrick's flag, which looks a lot like the flag of Alabama and Florida. So it's like, okay, so the entire joke about my Bulbasaur tattoo is supposed to, as a wrestler, it's supposed to be my Irish vine whip attack. And I always like playing up my English heritage, despite Russ is an Irish name and I'm at least a quarter Irish. But it drove the Mick wrestlers wild. So I basically stopped. So I basically went and okay, so I don't want people thinking I'm pro Alabama by any stretch of the imagination. So I have a tattoo of the Irish heart and the phrase "better Mick than Hick" to make sure people get it.
Yeah, I just have the bear paws because my first name.
Yeah. I guess I should do a crown because I think that's, well, I don't know. Like when my name is Russ and it was basically my dad was a ginger. So I guess he's but I mean, he's all gray now. But my mom was hoping that she would at least get one redheaded child. So my older sister, so at least me and my older sister both, and I guess my little sister, all got Irish first names, all starting with R. And I guess you could say my little brother being Rand, an R name, and maybe Irish. Not so, but I mean, Russ is derived from Russell. My mom hated the name Russell because of Bill Cosby, and that one ended up paying off.
A little bit of foresight there.
Yeah. Don't usually see that from her. But Russell is supposed to be Red King in Irish. So I suppose I could do a crown at some point. But yeah, no gingers, no ginger offspring. As close as she got was my older sister, who has the complexion of a ginger, but brown hair. So
Great for Halloween.
Yeah, no, I keep telling my older sister, you got to try going ginger once, see where that takes you. So I mean, the Google Home said we've gone for about 45 minutes, and I think let's just put out that spoiler alert. You can shut off the episode now. We really suggest you see Low. It is on YouTube. I wish I remembered the name of the channel. Is Low April is my question.
Yes.
Okay. It just seemed a little too obvious. That's why I was hoping otherwise.
That's kind of the part that's interesting in the pieces that they allude to on the second watch through.
Oh, okay.
It specifically mentions like the reason that he summoned Low is because that page was actually
highlighted. Yeah, highlighted, bookmarked, and that would explain why he's a cripple.
Yes. When he got taken back, they wanted to make sure that because it's kind of hard to define which way that one goes from there.
Yeah.
As you can't leave again.
Right.
And of course, the whole thing, it suddenly takes the entire movie and it retcons it in your head, because it's no longer, Low wants to eat him or stop him from being reunited with April. It's that April is Low and realizes that there's no chance of a life for the two of them together. So she's trying to dissuade him from finding them.
Yeah. As I say, it was just one of those, oh, come on, it's almost too easy in the end. And keep in mind, I'm pausing the movie. That's a problem with this podcast for me, is that a 90-minute movie is going to take me 2 hours to watch because I'm all right. Researching. I'm glad movie theaters are open just because I can now sit in a movie theater. I turn off my phone. I send a tweet out before I go see any movie. All right, seeing this movie now, you have 2 hours not to die. And of course, that has backfired on me before. I had a date with a girl and at a comedy club, and she keeps checking her phone. It's you know what? No, I can't afford not to have my phone. My mom died and we couldn't reach Dad because he had his phone off.
Okay, I might make an exception in that case.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't going to work out anyhow. This girl enjoyed camouflage on everything. So
how did you find her?
That was Plenty of Fish.
No, I mean, literally, she'd just be hidden from my vision.
Well, here's the thing. She went and she was on crutches at the time. And she went and duct taped her crutches with camouflage duct tape.
Well,
so I guess you could say she was levitating.
Just gonna let that one slide. I'm not even going into the can of worms. That is that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was a weird one. Oh, you went graduated with my brother. Okay, his name was Tim. Oh, you don't exactly look like that. That one. So that one, yeah. Kind of sad. I don't know. Jimmy Pardo might not be their best comedian to take somebody to. I mean, if you're familiar with him, he's Conan O'Brien's opening act. So, warm-up act for the audience. So, yeah, I mean, the last bit about whether or not April was Low, that was my last note, with the acknowledgement that with no wiki page and little on IMDb,
yeah,
was April supposed to be Low? So, I mean, it's this is going back to the Netflix thing. This is why I still subscribe to the Netflix DVD service. So I'm not saying you're going to get a good rip of it if you do it yourself. but there should, I imagine this is probably, or at least they had DVDs of this feature at some point.
Certainly.
So, I mean, I'm in a grandfathered program, 2 discs a month, $5 a month. And of course, I'll sit on a DVD for a while. Like, I still haven't gotten around to watching Thief with James Caan, Michael Mann. It's a classic. So it's kind of like, but you know, when you dedicate yourself to this short ass movie website, and then on top of everything recently, Pete Davidson did a Saturday Night Live video sketch called Short Ass Movies. It's worth looking up on YouTube.
I probably will do that after we get off here, actually.
Yes. It's like, I need that short ass movie no longer than an hour 40. And they bring up at one point Jurassic Park. In 2 hours, they explain the science behind creating dinosaurs and allowing them to get so chaotic. Sex and the City 2, a franchise we're all familiar with, went 2.5 hours. What was that for? So, and there's also a line about pissing his pants during The Batman.
Actually, just watched that this morning. That was definitely more than our 90-minute sweet spot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it's almost to the point with like the Batman. It's like we're so ready to be disappointed by a DC movie. It's kind of like, yeah, go ahead, get whatever you think you need in, because you might not get a sequel. Which is why, like, I don't know if you've watched. I don't know. I might be the only person who's watched The Matrix Resurrections. I enjoy.
Oh, man, we can go into a long talk about that sometime.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. Like, I liked it. I thought, okay, it kind of was very, like, the first act is awesome as they're trying to figure out, like, is it the Matrix? Or is this just some crazy guy? And then it gets formulaic. There's no question there. Yeah. But, you know, I think the Wachowski sisters like realized, okay, there's probably no chance that we're going to get the second Legacy sequel. So let's just do whatever we can shoot, put it in there. And I can respect that. Or like when you take the John Wick movies, which is something that's definitely worth looking at, because I'm pretty sure there's no post-credit sequence after the first one, so that would fit the time frame.
Sure.
And then, like, once you establish your franchise, like, shoot, that kind of justifies Sex and the City too. For the most part, like, no, it justifies you going nuts with the second and third movie. Like, I'm a big John Wick fan, so
I will say, if you like John Wick, so I'm sitting here, I looked that up, and I looked up the runtime of this other movie, actually. Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
I have a copy of that, and like I just haven't gotten around to watch it. I know it definitely fits. And
doing yourself a disservice not watching that. I really enjoy it.
You see, my little brother, being a Liverpool Football Club fan, told me about, I know you don't like LFC, but I'm a Newcastle fan, and hopefully this episode will drop after their game this weekend, but hopefully Newcastle will ruin the hopes of a title for Liverpool. But their song is their fight song is "You Never Walk Alone." And my little brother said there's a moment where like you have Bob Odenkirk, I think the RZA and Christopher Lloyd just shooting just in a shootout, and you hear "When You Walk."
Yep. The movie is wonderfully done. I won't go into it, but I will talk about that for hours.
Like this. Well, this goes back to what we were originally talking about for our return to podcasting together. Was shoot 'em up was your suggestion?
Yeah.
And this is like now we're just pretty much should wrap it up because we're giving away stuff. That's like the first, I think, action movie outside of Hong Kong where it's like about the art of action. I mean, you have Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, to a lesser extent Hero, but I don't think Americans ever thought about just like, oh yeah, just keep things blowing, keep the guns firing, keep the people getting punched in the face, just keep it up for the entire runtime. I don't think we really, and Shoot 'Em Up didn't make a lot of bank when it came out, which is sad because you got Stephen McHattie, you got Paul Giamatti in one of his best roles, and like, how the hell did we just like, yeah, I don't think Clive Owen's going to work in the States. How do we give up on that guy?
Definitely one of the big mistakes that were made.
Yeah, and it's like, I know that movie didn't make any bank, but it's like, you know, what was it? 7 years later, we get John Wick, and then it's like, yeah, this is
the floodgates have reopened.
Right. Atomic Blonde, little long on the long side with the nonsensical plot, but still enough action to keep you, you want to pay your admission for. So
it's a movie that it's on my list to see that I just haven't found there's no place that streams it.
No, yeah. I give out my Apple ID too many people. So
no, you're good.
Right. So, but yeah, I think we've done our best on Low. It is funny. It's almost inspired me to watch this old VHS I bought from a movie video store that was closing called Malicious. Like I saw on Cinemax back in the day in the 90s. Molly Ringwald topless, yay. I'm sorry.
I can almost hear the fist bumps in the background.
Yeah. That drew me in. Like, oh, pretty in pink. And yeah. So so I think, and as I say, I got to rewatch that movie just because it doesn't have a great Wiki page. It just basically says, and psychologists use this in class to teach about borderline personality disorders.
Lovely.
That's the best Wiki can offer. It's another Fatal Attraction movie, in all honesty. I mean, I've never seen Fatal Attractions, but we all know the stalker girl, the one you shouldn't have slept with. I guess they would call it a class 5 clinger in Wedding Crashers. But that was a weird. The aughts were weird. Like, you got the Wedding Crasher, Isla Fisher pretty much raping Vince Vaughn. You had Super with Elliot Page raping Ryan Wilson. Rainn Wilson, sorry.
Yeah, there was a lot of things weren't.
Well, I mean, I guess we could say it's kind of a step towards feminism if the rapists are the women. But what I was getting to is the actress who plays April, and that is sad that I haven't got that pulled up. I think she was and thank you for sending me that link.
Yeah.
I think she was basically the good girl in that movie. And then I found out she was in movies like Nowhere from a favorite director of mine, Greg Araki, Doom Generation, Kaboom, and lots of good stuff. So that actress's name is Sarah Lassis, and she did end up working again with the director Travis Betz for a feature called The Dead Inside. Not as well received as Low, but not it still breaks the 5 on IMDb. Let's see the plot of that one. While a young couple, a photographer and a horror writer, have run out of creative inspiration, suddenly their life changes when the girl becomes plagued by mysterious forces. So
I'm interested that the entire cast listing for that, for acting credits, is 2 people.
Yeah, that is weird. Huh. Yeah, but no clue on where to find that one. 2011. That might have went straight to streaming. So yeah, if somebody could let us know about that feature, send an email to rustthebus07@gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07@gmail.com. And if you want to be on the podcast like Kodiak, you can send me an email, the same address, or get a hold of me on Twitter. The handle is @CatBusRuss, where I prefer you send your hate for the podcast. Let's not screw up the algorithm on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, what have you. Just give me a theme, a director, an actor, or just a single movie. And I'm sure we can come up with some podcast gold, provided that the narrative does not take more than 1 hour, 39 minutes. So if you got the nerve to watch the credits to make sure they don't like Alien versus Predator. All right, this is an hour 41 runtime. Okay. Oh yeah, this is computers where every little programmer gets a credit. The movie's an hour 29 at best. So you almost hate it so it's like, for me, it's almost like don't have a stinger. Why'd you have to throw that stinger on there? Now I can't talk about you on the podcast.
No, I can't give you free publicity.
Yeah. I mean, with this podcast, we're doing a movie that you can only find on YouTube right now, or you can pay $30 for a used copy somewhere.
I'm debating it.
It doesn't sound like a bad investment. Again, though, I just talked my little brother into a PS5, so. So with all that said, Kodiak, do we have anything going on? Twitch, podcasting, anything? I mean, I know you just moved. Did you get the puppy today?
No, that'll be a couple of days from now, actually, getting the husky.
Oh, yeah. They are a good dog. So
yes, my last pup that unfortunately passed away was a husky beagle.
That's a brilliant combination.
She was amazing.
Mm-hmm. So
well, I'll dedicate this one in Evie Lynn's memory.
Okay, that is good. I've done cats on this podcast before, so. All right, so. Well, thank you again for giving me your evening, Kodiak. Hope we didn't run too long for you. Let's get that.
It looks like just about perfect.
All right. Well, let's get that little one to bed then, and I will talk to you later.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks for having me on again. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for coming on. Oh, shoot. I hit the end button. I just wanted to hit the stop button. There we go.
Can I hear a wahoo?